Today is World Health Day, and as trans, gender diverse, and intersex people, we at Gate are joining this year's celebrations to highlight why health for all is so important to our communities. I am Vida Guzzo, Gates Intersex Program Officer, and I am here today with Anil Padavatan, my new colleague joining Gate as the Health Program Officer. Greetings from Brazil, Anil. Happy World Health Day.
Hi, Vida. Happy World Health Day. Greetings from South Africa.
I know this year's theme for the World Health Day is Health for All. And I would like to ask you, what does that mean?
So, health rights are basic human rights. And this means being able to access the healthcare that you need without enduring financial hardship. Now, research shows that discrimination is a major reason why trans, gender diverse, and intersex persons are unable to access primary health care. Because when people are afraid of stigma and discrimination, or if they're afraid that they're going to be arrested under laws that criminalize LGBTQI communities, then they avoid clinics and hospitals. And globally, we will never be able to address serious health issues like COVID-19, HIV, and TB if sections of the population can't access primary health care.
Hello again. Who let this guy go on twice? Come on, games wait, what's that? I was on games committee? Shit, okay. Well, welcome to Super Kiwi 64. This game is an N64 styled mini collectathon. There's a reason it's 15 minutes. All of the stuff in this game is really, really fast, and you'll see that when we get started. Before that, let's recap the story real quick. It'll fade into the cutscene that I'm referring to here, but the gist of it is that one day Kiwi and Beanie are on an adventure. You'll have to play Beanie 64, I believe is the name of that game. I don't know. I haven't played it. In order to understand that whole side, but a storm comes and wipes away Kiwi. Beanie is off somewhere doing whatever. Kiwi wakes up on a mysterious floating island alongside, wait for it, Pilot Dog jump scare. This guy is gonna help us get off this island, and we will be free. As of either way, let's go ahead and get started. Super Kiwi 64 is gonna go by fast, so strap in. Time will begin when I press jump here and we get into the game. So, in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. Immediately out the gate, you'll see the first major mechanic of this game is nose boosting. Nose boosting will have us do a little nose dive, and that will have us go super speedy. Additionally, we can hold down shift to sprint. We can press the control button, or in my case, because I rebind it, Q, which is a lot more convenient. In order to crouch, if we jump after crouching, we can then do a high jump. Crouch jumping will allow us to do a lot more stuff in this game. It's very useful. And then, additionally, we can attach onto walls by nose diving into the wall, and that will let us climb up. And that's already the first level done. That's about how all of the levels in this game will go. Blistering fast, very speedy. Let's talk about some of the goals that you'll see. The goal in each stage is to collect 6 gems, with 2 exceptions. There are a few gems that are not in stages, but in general, gems can be unlocked through a few ways. First is the golden gears here. There are a pretty large amount of them in each stage. Think of them kind of like the 100 coin challenges from Mario 64, stuff like that. When we collect all of them, we will get a gem unlocked somewhere in the stage, and then we just have to navigate over. And then we also have the 5 golden rings. We've already collected all of them in this stage, I believe. So our gem for that has already spawned, but we'll be able to see them in the next stage. And then there tend to be some sort of targets that we need to break. You'll see them in this next stage that we're going to climb up that tree for, because that just saves some time in the hub world. Wait, you won't actually see them in this stage because we skipped them. Never mind. This stage is a bit unique because this stage actually boosts our sprint, to be 3 times as powerful. You can see Kiwi is zooming. He's going Sonic speed, very fast. And this means that we won't be nosediving unless we want to climb a wall, or if we need just a little bit of extra height during our glide, which we haven't even talked about. You can glide in this game by holding the jump in midair. But we will see the golden rings there. Additionally, in 2 stages there are some colored keys that we need to pick up. This stage has 3, the other one has only 1. We're gonna swim through these little flagpoles exclusive to this stage that will spawn a little gem on our submarine, grab our last golden ring there, and then hightail it on over to the sub. We will climb on top of the sub here. One thing we did skip is this big ship here. That is what I was talking about when I was saying that you won't see the targets. That ship typically takes 4 targets to launch up into the air and let you get a floating gem. We just jumped to it because we're that fast. And then on to our next stage here, the Pirates Cove. Pirates Cove is pretty simple. We're back to just regular movement where we can now nosedive everywhere. We grab a key by the dead pirate, poor dude, but gives us a gem, very simple. You'll notice that gem down there on that little boat that we're gonna skip for now because it is faster to grab it after climbing up this little mountain here. One thing you'll notice is that it's much faster to nosedive while on a slope. That will help us climb this mountain and raise the devil from hell, because oh my god, that guy is scary. I don't like him. Get away from me. But we'll have to travel towards him, beat him up, and by beat him up I mean hit 3 targets. We'll jump on down to grab our gem and some extra gears that we had. That's 1 target, jump on top of him. We're gonna hit the 2nd target there. Grab our last golden ring there, and then hop on around the other side, grab our last gear, grab our last target, and then just hop on over to grab the rest of our gems. That will be the Pirates Cove done. The next stage is actually very difficult, so it will take a little bit of focus. We have the tower, or at least one of them. This tower, though, if you fall down, you instantly die, because there's no real way to recover after falling into lava. This tower is very tricky. We take a very big advantage of some of the crouch jumps that we can do to just skip some climbs, stuff like that. For example, right here, we're gonna just crouch jump on over to this big old button. Each of these buttons will have each of these floors will have a little tomb in the center here that unlocks whenever you hit those red buttons. So, of course, our goal is to hit all the red buttons. And I guess we're like defiling graves or something. I don't know. Kiwi, what's up? You need to talk to someone, man. Regardless, we're just bored, so we're bored, so we just do it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Regardless, this is probably a good time for a quick message from our host here. I died. Okay, that's even more time for some messages. Great. As I climb back up.
Alright, well, we have a $25 donation from Codebreaker. Their comment is, sacrifice ending equals more Lena. That's referring to the Lena's Inception book that's coming up. So, yeah.
Alright, one small thing here that I want to hit. Okay, we're not going to hit it. It's fine. Wait. Okay, never mind. You can hit a very nicely timed coyote jump to not fall off that little floating brick there that disappears after a little bit, but it's very tricky. Another small thing here is we have a small cutscene skip that we might be able to get. Each gym has a little animation where it freezes the game for a little bit to tell us that the gym has spawned in, but we can actually skip it if we collect the last gear there and collect the gem at the same time, but it's fine. Next is the gauntlet. This stage is kind of just a big puzzle. We have a lot of many rooms that test some of our skills, And this is all fairly straightforward, so this is a great time to tell a little story that I always like to tell during Kiwi. So, game development is hard. If you've ever tried it, you know that it's not easy. So, this game had a bit of a funny development story. When this game was in development, what we imagine happened is that one of the developers' previous games, Tori 2, I believe it was, had a crouch in it. And what we think happened, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I'm spreading misinfo, but it's fine. What we think happened is that Kiwi has the same character controller as that Tori in Tori 2. And since Tori had a crouch, what that did was have Kiwi also have that crouch. But it's very strange. When I began running this game, what I did was I copied the routes from someone else because I can't route for my life. I'm terrible at it. And those routes were very strange to me because a lot of the jumps seemed to get much higher heights than I could. So I asked in the YouTube comments of the runner, shout out to Esno, who actually answered, and said, oh yeah, there's a crouch jump. And I was like, oh, there's a crouch jump. Granted, I also didn't know there was a sprint for a while, so like, okay, fair. My first run was like 20 minutes because I just didn't realize there was a sprint button. I'm not kidding. So, you know, learning there was a crouch was unsurprising to me. But I wanted to make sure everyone knew about both the sprint and the crouch, so I went to the speedrunning channel in the developers Discord, because he was nice enough to host us there for the game's beginning. And, well, who else replied but the dev himself? Shout out to Ciatro, who didn't know there was a crouch in this game. It's his game. He's the one who made it. Which was really funny to me. But, yeah, no, the crouching, as a result of the dev not realizing that it was in this game, is not possible to do on the Switch version, which was a fun thing to find out, you know, a week after the game released. At least we found it out soon enough to where it wasn't that hard to just get the leaderboard split, but by God, that was an interesting time in my life, was the dev not realizing that this game has crouching. Regardless, we're just climbing up this tower. This tower is pretty also straightforward. We just have to climb a lot, which is great. Crouch jumping here is very useful as well because in a lot of places it is actually faster to crouch jump instead of taking some of the moving platforms. And then we have the train station. Thank God. Kiwi has sensible public transport, thank the Lord. But, the train station will be one of our last levels. Here, we're gonna break 5 boxes, and then come up to the top here. I didn't want to hit that, actually. That's a time loss, that's okay. I thought I was jumping over it. Typically, we can... You know what, this is a great illustration of what we typically do. We have this lava that rises up when we hit that button, but it literally just doesn't matter. We can climb to the top of the stage and then avoid all the lava. It's fine, don't worry about it too much. And then we'll just hit this button to lower it back down. Goodbye, lava. Thank you. And then we'll hit the 3 targets here. The 3 targets will spawn this little power gem. I have nightmares about those things, these 3, because I have fallen off so many times. And it's not fun. Don't do it. Then we'll come back over to this little platform. We have 5 more of our gears to get. Grab this little gem. Additionally, at the top of the level, there is a green key card that we pick up. That green key card opens up a little hidden compartment. I'm missing a golden ring. That's fun. Okay. Maybe I should have practiced this stage, because I missed something. It's okay, I'll figure it out. Okay, let's climb to the top of the stage, and then figure out... Oh, it's just right there. Awesome. Yeah, I felt like I was forgetting something when I did that little climb up to the tower, but oh well. It is what it is. Sometimes you just forget stuff in these games, and it's fine. That's 48 gems, and 48 gems actually unlocks a little temple here. This temple is pretty cool because it allows us to input a secret code. And that's the secret code we just entered is going to be our last gem. Time is coming up shortly here. It won't be when we collect the last gem, but it will be when we enter the plane in the overworld. We just climb up here. If I could climb properly, please. There we go. It's fine. And then, boom. Grab our 50th gem. Oh, no way. 2 of them. And then we'll go back to hub. Time is coming up when we hit this little plane, and time. There we go. That was everything this game kind of has to offer, but before we go, this game takes like an hour to 100%, and it's like $3 on Steam. It's a pretty reasonable pickup. Additionally, it's pretty fun to speedrun. It doesn't have a speedrun tool or anything like that, but it has really satisfying movement, stuff like that. So definitely go pick up this game. Big shout out to the developer of this game, Siactro. If you're an indie game fan, especially for platformers, you probably know this name, but he's actually updating this game with a ton of new content, and I'm not really sure when it'll release, hopefully here soon, but it's going to be interesting exploring the second chapter of this game, because there are a lot of things that I'm hoping for, particularly a way to delete your save file without going into your save data, which would be great. Thanks Marcus, please. But otherwise, that's Super Kiwi 64. Big shoutouts to this games community as well. I'm really hoping this game gets into AGDQ. I'll probably be submitting it, but otherwise, you can find me, since I just did 2 runs, over at twitch.tv/shovelclaws mainly. I'm also on Twitter and YouTube as shovelclaws. Really, if you search up shovelclaws and you find me, that's me, alright? No one takes this name. I don't know why, but it's fine, don't worry about it. I've been really grinding hard for Spark the Electric Jester 3, which is a game that's on backup that hopefully we won't get to see, but if we do, I wouldn't be complaining. I'm just saying. Regardless, Spark the Electric Jester 3 is my main thing right now. I'm pretty heavy on my Spark stuff again. So you can see mostly that there. Gator and Kiwi are definitely games I tend to do for marathons, and marathons really only. They're fun, but I just don't really want to improve my time any, which is perfectly fine by me. Otherwise, thank you so much to Fast Paced Events for not only having me on as a runner, but also having me on Games Committee and a bunch of other volunteer roles. This team is really great, and I hope this event goes super well, because we definitely have put in so much time and effort into making stuff as good as we can. This games list is seriously something I'm super proud of. For my first time on a Games Committee, it was great. I won't hold us back any longer, because I'm pretty sure with my intro and outro, we've gone over estimate, but it's fine. Thank you so much again for watching. Go donate to Gate, this is a great cause. And of course, Kiwi and I and Gator all say trans rights.
Alright, GG, and thank you for both of those excellent runs. Yeah, we're going to be back shortly with Slosh W and Lena's Inception. Reminder that there is an open bid war for that, so get those donations in for that. Yeah, we're going to be back in just a few minutes, so stick around.